have oncoming boat traffic, just like on any American roadway, you want to try to pass to the right. But because there's no lines on a road at sea, we don't want to head directly at them. We always want to make a slight change in course so they know that we've seen them and will pass by. Now that I've cleared the no wake buoy, I can accelerate. I want to accelerate slowly. Push the throttle forward. Start to accelerate. Until you reach your top speed. You need to do the opposite. You got to slowly bring your accelerator back to slow down. Okay, behind me you'll see a buoy. That buoy says shallow area. That shows the edge of the reef. And then if you look, you'll see behind it some lighter color. The lighter color is the sand flat behind the reef edge. Typically in some lighting, you only see the sand part, you don't see the coral. So you got to make sure you know where the edge of the reef is. In Kaneohe Bay, the reefs are marked by whoever lives in the area and is tired of running aground. They stick a post in the reef. You never want to assume that marker's on the very edge. In Kaneohe Bay, whenever you get near land, you're going to come across a fringing reef. A fringing reef grows out from the shore. So whenever you're near shore, look for markers in the area that mark the edge of the reef. And always give those markers a good 50 feet to be sure you're not going to run aground. The lagoon depth of Kaneohe Bay is about 30 feet. The reef depth is about 2. So it doesn't suddenly just look like it's getting shallow, it suddenly gets very shallow. So you have to rely on the markers. If you look off our right, you'll see a big white buoy. That's a restricted water mark. You're not supposed to go between that mark and shore. If you look further down, there's a second one, and then there's actually a third behind it. Marks the perimeter of the base. The other two especially are right off the flight line. You have to make sure that you don't go between those and shore. Still on our right, there's a little yellow buoy out there between us and Coconut Island. And you can also see a couple inflatable orange buoys that are set up. Now, the yellow marks are from Kaneohe Yacht Club. They're racing marks for sailboats. And they often will use inflatable orange marks. Now, they're in deep water, but if there's a bunch of sailboats going around them, you've got to give them some room and go around the racing fleet. Up there, that white buoy is the third restricted water mark. And then here closer to us is Sea Mark, one of the Yacht Club racing buoys. And then if you look beyond it, dead ahead, you'll see a big green reef marker. That's the entrance to the main ship channel for us as we leave the marina. That's where we're headed. By staying outside of the base in Sea Mark, I have a nice entrance to the main ship channel. And that's our next destination. If you look ahead of us, you'll see a green and a red marker. That's confusing to people, but what it is an intersection of channel markers. The marker that we want to be in is dead ahead of us. Look ahead and you'll see 21 way up there. That's the channel we want to stay in. If you look out to open ocean this way, you'll see another channel. That's called the Sampan Channel. It's a shallow channel about 8 feet deep. That's where the fishing boats can go out and exit the bay as well as enter. However, notice the water here is rougher. There's no barrier reef out here like there is for the rest of the bay. So as you go out, you're in open ocean. Our rental boats need to stay in the bay for safety. So we're not allowed to use the Sampan Channel or go offshore. We say if you want to go offshore, it's BYOB, buy your own boat, all right? Again, the rental boats, this is our channel. We're gonna follow that sailboat out to the green marker. That reef marker there marks a circular reef called a patch reef. There's about 53 circular patch reefs in the bay. So again, give any reef marker a good 50